Okay, at this point in time, we're in a public hearing to set North Kansas City School District tax levy rate for the 2015-16 school year. And each year before September the 1st, the Board of Education is required to set the tax rates by fund for the upcoming year. We then file this information with both Clay and Platte counties, who use this information to produce the property tax bills. And taxpayers have until December 31st to pay the county collector's office for the 2015 tax bill. The forms that we use to set the levy are actually produced by the Missouri State Auditor's Office. And again, it's the same type of form for all taxing entities across the state of Missouri. Again, we will file these forms based upon their calculation, and the State Auditor's Office will certify these most likely in the month of September. But the major components of setting our tax rate deal with the assessed valuation for both our current and our prior year. And it also looks at our prior year tax rate ceiling, any voter approval rate increase, which we did not have one this year, and any change in the consumer price index as a specific date, which in our case would be as December 31st of 2014. The assessed valuation from August of 2014 to August of 2015, as certified by both Clay and Platte counties, as Dr. Lordy mentioned, was a 5.1% increase over the prior year. And the new construction component of that was $22.3 million. And then the state auditors takes this type of information and compares it back to the consumer price index as of December of 2014, which in this case was 0.8%, so 0.8%. And then uses the form to calculate the appropriate rate for each taxing unit across the state. And in our case, as our assessed valuation increased 5.1%, and the consumer price index was extremely low, meaning below 1%, it's actually going to require the North Kansas City School District to roll back our tax levy. So going through the calculation, it looks at the prior year tax rate, and again, these are funny numbers because the state requires us to carry them out to 4 decimal places, so I'll read them that way. Our prior year tax rate was 5.2267, or rounded to $5.23, and the required rollback, as calculated, is 0.0834, which puts our computed tax rate for 2015 at 5.1433, and then we add back in the required tax levy for our debt service fund to pay the interest and principals on our bonds outstanding of $1.29, and so the total tax rate for the North Kansas City School District that we recommend to be set tonight is 6.4333. And again, this rate is 8 cents lower than the previous year. So the owner of a home valued at $100,000 would pay $1,222 in taxes, and if you had a $200,000 or $300,000 home, it would be $1,222 times 1 or 2 or 3 bedroom home. But nevertheless, we were required to have a public hearing tonight, and after we in my presentation here, I will ask the Board of Education in the public hearing, if there's, but first again, we'll see if there's any comments from the public, but ultimately ask you to pass a resolution which sets our tax rates within the various funds. So again, this is all the information that I have to present tonight. Mr. President, if there's any comments from the public, we'd be glad to entertain those.
Having had the report, is there anyone from the audience that would like to address the tax rate in the public hearing? Sure.
Just one question, because I was hearing off and on you, Paul. So the bottom line for a taxpayer, what is the difference between what I paid this year and what I'm going to pay, what I paid last year and what I'm going to pay this year? You said it's rolled back, so my taxes are less, more, or about the same?
Well, if your house is valued at this exact same value today as it was a year ago, you would pay 8 cents less on our total levy for the North Kansas City Schools.
Okay, so the levy is 8 cents less than it was on my form last year?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, if the value of your home changed,
Well,
that's
yeah.
a different story. But the point is we're rolling our levy back 8 cents.
Because on our forms, it shows the levy, that's what I'm asking. So it's 8 cents less than it was last year?
Yeah, so that's a great question. To follow up one more time, when you do get your tax bill in hopefully early November, you can look at the rate that's on there, and it should be 8 cents lower than it was prior.
Than the one I had last year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other question? Oh, sure.
I'm just curious how we compare, are we the highest tax rate in the North?
No, right now, the various school districts and other taxing entities, again, have till September the 1st to file their tax rates. And again, our tax rate is being set up at around the figure of $6.43. And I do know our neighboring school district, the Liberty School District, has just approved a tax rate at $6.45. So we are actually setting ours 2 cents below the Liberty School District.
Other questions? Hearing none, I will close the public hearing. Thank you very much, Mr. Harrell. We appreciate that. And go to 6.01, 2015-2016 school tax levy.
Again, it's the same type of information, but there's one thing I'd ask specifically on this item. And included on 6.01 is a tax rate resolution, which takes our $6.43 levy and breaks it down by fund, meaning our general incidental fund, our special revenue teachers fund, capital projects fund, and our debt service fund. Rather than me read them, the figures are up there on the screen, and you have them before you. But nevertheless, we do this each year, and again, when we file this information with the county and later with the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, they require it to be broken down by county. So if there's any questions, we'd like to entertain that. If not, I'd ask for a motion to approve this resolution.
That we approve the resolution?
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve the 2015-16 school tax levy resolution as presented. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposition? Thank you very much, and thank you for your presentation.